Good morning, class. Are you tired of turning on the news, seeing violence? It makes you wonder what are causing these actions, from mass shootings to aggressive behavior to violence to guns to drugs. This is reasons why children shouldn't play R-rated video games. Kids are spending too much time playing video games. According to C.S. Mott of Children's Hospital National Poll, 86% of parents believe that their kids spend too much time playing video games or are spending excessive time playing video games. Playing video games for extended period of times can lead to sleep deprivation. Okay, kids are losing sleep playing for extended periods of time, which is not a good thing. In a study done by Chris Rogan, 75% of students reportedly use screens or screensavers in their bedroom. 50% reported that they use screens when they should be sleeping or screensavers. All right. There was also a study done in which they found out that less sleep leads to higher blood pressure and higher insulin resistance, the medicine for the blood pressure. Also, as it can lead to medical issues, it also promotes sexual behavior. Okay, you can rape and kill women in Grand Theft Auto 5, which is absolutely crazy once you think about it. There's another popular game called Red Dead Redemption. They have brothels on there, guns, violence, people are just shooting each other. It's crazy. But just to think that a kid, especially if you're under 13 years old, are allowed to, with a parent, some parents are allowing them to play these type of games, which is very mind-boggling. Okay. The sexual nature also becomes normal with violence. The American Academy of Pediatrics stated media violence is linked to child aggression, nightmares, and a fear of being harmed. If someone told me that, my kids would definitely not be playing anything that is R-rated. Okay? What is happening is some of these kids, they're playing these games, and a lot of games are very gory, so they're having nightmares at night from playing these games, and that's not acceptable. Many kids play Fortnite, a very popular game. But when you break it down all the way to the bottom of what's happening, really Fortnite, the main objective in Fortnite is to kill. But how many people do you know have kids that they love Fortnite? They're buying all the skins and doing everything you can do on it, but the main objective of that game is to kill. Okay? Psychology Today states more than 125 million people have played Fortnite since it has been released. That's a lot of people. Okay, violence also leads to violent behavior. Mass shootings can occur from kids taking what they see from the video games to school. It's crazy because some of them have this fantasy of wanting to act out the video game in real life. For instance, I have a cousin, sat down and talked to her about it, and she said her child curses her out every time she doesn't let him play the video game or a game that he wants to play, which is most likely an R-rated game. She gets cursed out. Okay, you can use in a lot of these video games, the type of weapons that you can use are real heavy. Like, for instance, dynamite, assault rifles, grenades. You can use all these knives. You can use all these in these video games to use to kill people. Exposure to such weaponry and drugs, it it eventually make you want to do it if you do it so much. Okay. Cocaine, for instance, cocaine, marijuana, heroin have been found in all these video games. Done by a study by Archstone Behavior Health, and that is crazy. Kids getting exposed to these type of drugs, it definitely, I think, will have an effect on them going out here in the real world and tend to potentially use some of these drugs. Okay. Dr. Christakis says exposure to violent video games rarely uses the frontal lobes in your brain, right? You need to use these frontal lobes to learn. They help you develop, and they need to develop, and they help you learn things. But Dr. Christakis says exposure to violent video games rarely use frontal lobes, which causes pruning, okay? And pruning stunts your brain development because you're not being focused on activities that are stimulating the brain. Just sitting there watching video games is nothing that is making your brain process as far as learning. You're just sitting there playing the game, and it's stunting your brain growth. Okay. In conclusion, already games do have a strong impact on kids. So I would advise parents that we do a better job on monitoring what our kids are doing, because from mass shootings to the guns of violence to the marijuana is not acceptable in this world today. And we have a lot going on in this world today that we need, as parents, we need to prevent as much as we can the type of bad things that are being put out in this world today. I mean, after all, what kind of leaders do you want to raise? Because kids are the future. Thank you.